sometimes we will get the mail suggestions like uh, type your name, then you will get the mail suggestion. No? So what we have to do, we have to type the variable input. We have to type the function as input in order to get the in order to get this. Okay, these people. So we have to use the function as input. Then whenever we type the name, whenever we type the name, that will be assigned to the variable of a. Okay, so then that variable a is appended to added to @gmail.com, and that indication will be printed. Okay, if I run this program, so what will happen? If I run this program, it is not responding, takes some time. It is asking your name. Say suppose if I type my name, so if I hit enter, I will get the mail ID as in the Kaushik@gmail.com. But if I want to print some any information like print this is your mail ID. Okay, what happens? So what happens? First, print this statement will be printed. This is your mail ID. This statement will be printed. After that, the suggestion of suggestion. It's not a suggestion. It's we already modified version, modified syntax. Okay, it's a syntax that we have made. So we are appending @gmail.com to my name. Okay, so if I run this program, I have to save this one. So what it will ask, enter your name. Okay, I have to type Kaushik and I have to press enter. Then what I am getting, this is your mail ID. Okay, uh, later I got Kaushik@gmail.com. But if I made this program as some fun program, what we have to say, friendly in nature. So what we can do like this. Hello, we have to use hello, hello, space, a space, hello, comma, a comma. This is your mail ID. What will get? Hello, Kaushik, this is your mail ID. Okay, you will get hello, Kaushik, this is your mail ID. Later, what it will print? It prints @gmail.com. Okay, let me run this one. So if I type my name again, what I will get? Hello, Kaushik, this is your mail ID. Later, I got the suggestion. Okay, so what we learned here, so it's mean that whenever we want to append something, we have to whenever we want to add something, we have to use quotations. Okay, whenever we want to type any string function, we have to append, we have to mention in quotations. And whenever we want to specify any variable, we have to specify that variable directly, and we have to divide that thing using commas. We have to divide that thing using commas. Then it will becomes a syntax. Hello, yeah, this is your mail ID. Whichever name you will type, that will be printed in this print statement. Okay, whichever name you will type, it will be printed. So, okay, hello Manasa, this is your mail ID. So manasa@gmail.com. So we can ask the suggestion also. Like print statement, you can use a print statement. Like take a print statement. Okay, how it is. It is. Okay. So what we will do? We will put a question mark. Mm, Okay, how is it? Okay, so if I write condition here, if I have to mention this thing in another variable. Why? Because I will tell you, I'm taking a condition here. I'm asking a feedback here. How is it? Okay, how it is. So response is if the response is yes, then what will happens? See, if E equals to in double equals to quotation yes. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to close this syntax. We have to run print thank you. Thank you. Okay, else print print try again. Sorry, sorry, comma a comma try again. Okay, like that. So let me run this program, see what will happens. What is asking? Enter your name, Kaushik. Oh, it is directly printing. Okay, it is directly printing. What we have to do? So what is the mistake here? We made a mistake that we are taking we are printing directly statements. Okay, so in order to change this thing, I have to write input here. Why? Because I'm taking input now. So the system has to ask me whether it is good or bad. Then I will run this program, and so it is asking my name. I wrote my name. It is asking how is it. If I type yes, what I will get? Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's successfully executed. If not, if it is not mm, good to me, then what I have to do? I can type anything. Kaushik. Okay, hello Kaushik. This is your mail ID. I got my mail. If I type no, what I will get? Sorry Kaushik, try again. Okay, instead of typing no, you can type anything and you will get sorry Kaushik, try again. Okay, the see that thing also. How is it? It is asking some how is it? I'm typing some random uh, string variables. If I press enter, sorry Kaushik, try again. Why? Because we didn't mention any condition for no. We only mentioned the condition for yes only. Here we only mentioned the condition for yes only. We didn't mention condition for no. Okay. So if you want condition for yes, sorry, if you want the condition for no also, so what I have to do? Elif, okay, what I have to do? E equals to, where is E? E equals to, in double quotations, no, okay. So if I run this program, what I will get? Okay, it is asking my name, K-O-U-S-H-I-K. Okay, how is it? No. So if I write, sorry Kaushik, try again. If I type other than yes or no, what will happen? Let me see. Let check that thing. Kaushik. Instead of no, I'm typing ASDF. It's simply executing the line. Why? Because there is no such condition to satisfy. If anything occurs, we have to print any other statement now. But there is no condition here. We only mentioned condition for yes, and we only mentioned the condition for no. So if I take last condition, if you want to write a last condition, then you have to use else if sorry else. Other than yes or no, if you type anything, uh, what I have to do? Sorry, It's a syntax error. It's an error occurred. Error occurred. Okay. Leave that spelling. Okay. Error occurred. What will happen? It is asking my name. Okay. How is it? I don't know. I type some random numbers. Sorry, Kaushik. Error is occurred. An error occurred. Okay. So like this, we can use if statements. Like this, we can use if statements. Okay. We clearly mentioned the condition for yes here, and we clearly mentioned the condition for no, and we clearly mentioned if anything goes wrong, if the user didn't type other didn't type yes or no. If the user types other than yes or no, we will get this statement. Okay, print sorry Kaushik, an error occurred. Okay, so A is always we can define as A only. Why? Because I'm assigning input function, assigning my name to the from through the input function to the variable called A. So that's why I mentioned A here and here and here also. Okay, so this statement is called else condition, else if condition. Okay, else if condition. Okay, if you write only two conditions regardless of elif, then it's simply called as else if else condition. Okay, if you don't write elif condition, then it's simply called as uh, else if condition. Okay, if else condition or else if condition. Okay, if you write multiple if conditions, then will be called as if elif condition. Okay, if elif condition. This is the simple program. I will save this for you to write practice this one. Now what I will do, I will open the new file. Okay, so let me save this program. So this program has been saved. Oh, wait a minute, I got some message. Okay, so suppose I want to find using if condition, I want to find some leap year concept. So what is mean the leap year? Do you have any idea of leap year? The year which is divisible, exactly divisible by 4. Okay, leaving any remainder is called as a leap year. Okay, so let me check in the shell. If I type 2020 divided by 4, okay, it's a leap year. 2020 is a leap year, but 2021 is not a leap year. Why? Because we'll get sorry, 2021 by 4. So if I hit enter, I'm getting some fraction value, meaning that we are getting the remainder. Okay, so this concept we have to check. Yeah, user will enter whether it is a leap year or not. Then we have to process the thing and we have to show the result. Okay, so what we'll do, I'm taking some input. We have to take the input now. So which type of input? Integer input. Integer input. Okay, enter the year. Okay, so first statement is completed. Okay, so if that a is perfectly divisible by 4, okay, if that a is perfectly divisible by 4, so how we can check using modulus division concept? Okay, if it is perfectly divisible by 4, then we can say
హలో సార్
tell me now.
సార్ అది సౌండ్ వస్తుంది సార్ మీ వాయిస్ లో అయిపోయింది అది సౌండ్ ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది
సౌండ్ నా వాయిస్ చిన్నగా అయిపోయిందా?
అవును సార్.
ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా? కంప్లీట్ లో
లేదు సార్. అంటే ఆ సౌండ్ వల్ల మీ వాయిస్ లో అయిపోతుంది సార్. ఆ సౌండ్ హెవీ వస్తుంది.
ఇక్కడ ఏం సౌండ్ రావట్లేదు నాన్న. ఏమన్నా సిపియు సౌండ్ లాగా వస్తుందా?
ఇప్పుడు ఓకే సార్. ఇప్పుడు రావట్లేదు.
ఓకే, ఛార్జ్ పెట్టాను, మేబీ అది కావచ్చు. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఇస్ లీప్. దిస్ ఇస్ లీప్. YEAR. sorry VER. Else print this. This is not LEAP. YER. Okay, let me run this program. So what it will do means it takes an integer input. Only numbers will be taken from input, so that will be checked here. That will be model here. The modulus division will be performed. After that, it will, if the modulus division is succeeded, then we will get print statement as this is a leap year. If not, it's not a leap year. Okay, let me run this program. See, we will get any error. So we have to name the folder. So where it is, enter the year. It is asking year 2020. If I hit enter, this is a leap year we got. So what I will do, I will enter 2021. What I got, this is not leap year. Okay, perfect. Then what I will do, I will type my name. So KOUSHIK. If I hit enter, so it is calling, it is saying that it's an invalid number. Okay, so what it's saying, invalid literal for integer with base 10. Only the Kaushik name is doesn't have any base value now. Why? Because it is a string value now. Then it will not execute it. It will shows the error. Okay, then it will shows the error. So that's why we're not getting the error. That's why we got the error. Sorry, that's why we got that. Okay, so like this we can get the message. So if instead of integer, if I write like this only, I am taking input. So let me see what we will get so that you can understand. It is saying unmatched. Okay, we will take the bracket. Okay, it is 2020. What I will get, it is calling, it is saying that it's an error. Why? Because not all the arguments are converted during string formatting, meaning that it is considering as string input. Okay, so input variable is considered as string input. As we know that string input doesn't perform any actions, no, like multiplication, divisions, modulus divisions. That's why we are getting an error. Okay, that's why we are getting an error that it will not execute it.
అంటే సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఏ డేటా టైప్ మనం చెప్పకపోతే డైరెక్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ కే తీసుకుంటారా సార్?
It will takes as a string format.
Okay.
Okay, it will consider as a string format only. Okay. I will send this program also. Leave this thing. So then what we'll do? We have to compare three variables. Let's say suppose a equals to integer input. Okay. Enter a. Okay. So I'm taking a value as from user perspective. I'm copying this thing. Okay, copy and paste. And again, copy and paste. This is p variable. And this is c variable. I'm writing c. I'm writing b. Okay, it will ask three variables. Enter the value of a, enter the value of b, and enter the value of c. So in order to find which is the largest number, we have to mention the conditions, no? Then we have to use and conditions. You know, in order to make, in order to become A is large number, then both conditions must be satisfied. Okay, A must be greater than B and A must be greater than C. Then only A will be greater. Okay, so then we have to type print A is big. Okay, if not, what we have to do? Elif. Okay, elif, what is the condition for B? So B must be greater than A and B must be greater than C. Then only we can conclude that B is big. B is big. Okay, so if not, if C is greater than A and C is greater than B. Okay, print C is big. Okay, so let me run this program. But after closing the condition, we have to write else if, else or elif as per your convenience. You can write else if or elif. Sorry, else or elif. It's your choice. Let me run this program. See what will happens. It is asking A. A is 10, B is 20, C is 30. Okay, what we got? C is B. Okay, simply we get that C is B. So again, if I write A is 30, B is 20, C is 10. What I got? A is B. Why? Because A is 30 now. So wait a minute. Here I am typing A is 10, B is 30, and C is 20. So B is large number now. We have to get B is big. Okay, like that we can get the comparisons using and conditions. We can use comparison operations also. Okay, using simple statements, three more functions can be included in a single statement. Okay, we are mentioning and operation, and we are mentioning some comparison operators. We are mentioning two comparison operations along with and operation. Okay, we can directly specify the conditions. Okay, if the program is large enough, we can add the conditions also more and more. It depends upon our wish. Okay, it depends upon our wish. We can add more and more conditions. Okay, so next, what we'll do, instead of writing like this, we can write like this also. I will cut this thing and paste, copy, paste this thing. Okay, like this also we can get. Where to separate commas, where to mention with comma separator, home, A comma B comma C. Okay, in single statement we wrote three variables at once. Okay, in a single statement we wrote the three variables. Is there any mistake? Comma comma comma. Okay, fine. It is asking A value and it is asking B value and it is asking C value also. So we got result that C is big number. Okay, like this we can mention three variables at one time. Okay, three variables at one time. If you skip this condition concept, first number you can take integer, second number you can take float value. Okay, second number you can take float value. So third variable you can take string value, str. Okay, if you run this one, it will executes 20. A value is stored 20.5 5, 6, 7. It will also take you. So coming to C variable, what we have to do? We can type any name. It will also take, but we cannot. We can see the A, we can see the B, and we can see the C also. Okay, so this is integer as we know. Okay, this B value is float value. Okay, and this C variable is called as a string value. So the string variable comes into the quotations, comes into inside the quotations. Always string values will comes under the quotation marks only. Okay, either single quotations or double quotations. Generally, we will get in single quotations in as an output in Python, but we can mention. Okay, A equals to in double quotations also we can mention. It will take. Okay, so if you type double quotations, it will take A equals to cost, it will take. Okay, okay, so next thing, what we'll do, let me write some control or clue. What we'll do, where we take a calculator as an example. Okay, calculator concept. So what we have to do, we have to take two variables. No, we have to take two variables for calculator to perform any operations. Can see. Okay, so for calc, what we have to do, we have to perform two operations now. So first one, we have to take two inputs. Okay, we have to take two inputs, and second one is operation. Okay, third thing is we have to display the output. Okay, these three concepts we have to do. So first we have to take the inputs. A equals to, okay, we are taking integer function, integer numbers as an input. Okay, enter A. Okay, and I'm copying this thing and pasting B. Enter B. Okay, so both two operations are completed, but for operation to be specified, we have to take some variable. We have to ask the user which operation do you want. Okay, input. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm writing in quotation marks directly plus for add backslash n. Okay, next minus 4, yes, subtraction backslash n. Why I'm typing backslash is nothing but it will give the next line. It will comes to the next line. Okay, for mul backslash n for division. Okay, so what we have to do, if the user presses plus symbol, if the user presses C, if C equals to in double quotation, if it is plus, what we have to do, we have to close this condition here, print A plus B. Okay, elif we will get multi statements from here, else if it is minus, if it is minus, what we have to do, we have to print the A minus B. Okay, elif c equals to multiplication. Okay, so what we have to do, print a into b. Okay, elif c equals to what, in double quotation, division. If division came, what we have to do, print a division by a divided by b. Okay, okay, let me run this program, see if I made any mistakes. Okay, I didn't made any mistake. A is integer, I'm writing 10, b is 20. So it is asking some numbers, something, plus for addition, minus for subtraction. Okay, so what I will do, I will press plus. If I hit enter, I got the plus. Okay, so just if you, in the print statement, if you remove these gaps, okay, if you remove these gaps, you will get the statement clearly. Okay, it is asking 10 right now, it is asking 20. Okay, so I made a mistake that it is in printing mistake, there is a comma came here, where here we got comma. Okay, if I run this program, it is 10, it is 20. Okay, so plus for addition, minus for subtraction. Okay, for division, you can modify the mistakes if you have any. Okay, I didn't mention any space after minus symbol, so that's why it is showing like that. Okay, what I will do, I will choose the subtraction, I got minus 10. Okay, so if you want your result to be appeared at bottom, if the input wants, if you want to appear the C input as bottom, at bottom, you can write backslash n here, and there is a mistake, it's not a mistake, you can edit the thing also. Enter the value of a, enter the value of b. Okay, it came to down now. Then we can choose multiplication, we got 200. If still you want to modify this thing little bit further, you can use backslash ins. Okay, backslash ins. A value is 20, b value is 30. Okay, division, so I choose division. If I hit enter, I got something, some value. Okay, I got some value. So this is a typical concept in if condition, else if condition. Okay, like that we can progressively modify the program. Okay, we can modify the program progressively. We cannot write directly. Why? Because we cannot know how the output will looks like. No, so then we can see the output and check the modifications if we need it. Okay, in this some I got some unreasonable aspects here, so I modified here some little bit, so still I am not satisfied, then I modified here, and still I didn't satisfy, then I modified here. If you're still not satisfied, then you can write print statement, this is my calculator, like that. Okay, you can write print statement here, and you can modify, this is my calci, like that. Okay. Okay, this is my calci. Leave that spelling mistakes. Okay. I got mistake. So I made a mistake here. This is my calci. Enter E. Enter. Enter P30. So I'm mentioning plus. So I got the answer. Okay. This this what we will call in generally we can call it as a decoration. After the completion of the all operations, you can any of the operation you can write print statement like that. Thank you for using my calci. Like that you can write. Okay. Like here you can write print statement. Okay. So print something you can write. PRINT. Print. Thank you. So if I run this thing, what I will get? Enter A value 20, enter B value 30. Some what I need division. Answer came and I got thank you. Okay, like that, each individual step you can develop. Each and individual step you can develop using your concept of using your conceptuality. How I'm supposed to see the how I supposed to see the output. It depends upon how you supposed to see that output. Okay. So this is the typical calci program. So I will save this also. Sorry, it's already saved. Okay, let me take another um, title. Say suppose I want to print a numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So then what we have to do? We have to use range concept. Range. If I start the bracket, I got some range object start and stop bit and step range update like that. So we can discuss these things later. So but what I mentioned is let me use the shell. Okay. RANG range concept. Okay, 0 comma 11. Okay, 0 is the starting value, 11 is the end value. If I hit enter, I won't get anything. Why? Because we are mentioning, just we are mentioning the range has to begin with 0 and the total numbers must be 11 numbers. Okay, so total numbers must be 11 numbers. Then how we can print using range concept? Using for statement. For I in range. See, we have to write a variable called I. Okay, we cannot write A, B, C, D. I will execute that thing also. If you write an intermediate variable I, and if you mention 0 comma 11, if you close this thing, it will ask what to do. Then you have to type print I. So what we are doing here is we are taking a loop function here. Okay, so we are mentioning the range from 0 to 11. It has to start with 0 and the total numbers must be 11. Okay, okay, each time each for loop it the value of I will be changed, that I will be printed here. Okay, if I hit enter I will get only 10 numbers. Okay, why? Because 0 is initial number in the range concept. Okay, but here I mentioned 11 now, but I got only 10. Why? Because including 0 total characters are 11. Okay, including 0 the total characters which total digits which are printed are 11, isn't it? So let me write another concept for range 0 to 5. So it will give the error. Why? Because I didn't mention it. So I made a mistake again. For I in range 0 comma 5 print. What I have to print? I have to print I. I will get only 4 numbers. Okay, like that you can print different numbers also. For I in range of 5 to 5 to 11. Print the value of I. So what happens while I execute? If I execute this program, I execute these lines is I the initial value 5. The count will starts from 5 to 10 only. 5 to 10. Okay. Let me check this one. Okay, 5 to 10 only it will be printed. Why? Because the initial starting value is 5 and it must be ended up with 11. Nothing but n minus 1. N minus 1. 11 minus 1 is nothing but 10. Okay. 11 minus 1 is nothing but 10. For I in range, okay, 100 to 1 200. If you write large program like this, see what will happens. It will continuously prints the statement of I, but it takes large amount of time. Okay, it will takes large amount of time. So if I press enter, it is continuously typing up. It is continuously 2 followed by 8 zeros. It takes large charts to do. It will execute. Simply it will execute. So typing. What we have to do, just close the shell. You have to just close the shell. Here it will ask, do you want to kill the program? Why? Because this program is still running and you want to kill this program. The meaning that you want to stop this program. Okay, why? Because it is taking large amount of time now. So I want to kill this program. So what I have to do? I have to press OK. Okay, like that we can use the range concept. Okay. And range is 0 comma 11. If I write, if I run this module, it must be saved. Invalid syntax, let it be. Okay, so we can use the step concept also for I in range of 0 comma 20 no 30 comma 2. Okay, if I press if I type print I, so if I run this program, what I will get and what I got the all even numbers up to 30. I got the all even numbers except 30. I got the all even numbers. Why? I'm taking step 2. Two step. I'm skipping one digit. I'm starting with 1, starting with 0, and skipping the next digit. Okay, 1 is skipped here, and I got 2. 3 is skipped here. It's not divided. It is skipped. Okay. So in order to write another function, just copy this thing, copy and paste this thing. So right now, what I will do, I want 3. Okay, if I run this program, okay, 3 digits are skipped from starting. 2 digits are skipped. 0, 1 and 2 are skipped, and third digit is printed. Okay, after 3, what happens? 4 and 5 are skipped and sixth one is printed. Like that, we can use the range concept. You can change the, wait a minute. You can change the step size as per your convenient. As per your convenient. Okay. Control B. What happens if I take 0.767? Right. I will take 10. I will take 10. Okay. 0.767. Okay. It is saying that it's an error. Why? Because 0.767 is a float value. Okay. So float concepts will not be executed in the for loop. Understood? So float concepts are will not be executed in for loop. So if you want a step, you have to mention in string integer format only. You have to mention in the form of integer form only. Okay. Control V again. So what I am doing is let me type some negative numbers. Okay. Minus 10, 1. Step, we can remove this thing later. What happens? I got minus 10, minus 9, minus 7, minus 6, like that. But I don't want minus sign. Okay. All these are negative numbers now, decreasing by 1. Okay. So increase by 1, simply to say minus 10 plus 1 now. So it is plus, it is performing addition operation. But I need, uh, 11 to 10 to 1 numbers in descending order. 11 to 0. Okay. If I take print, it will not execute it. Why it's not executing? Let me see. 10 comma 1 comma minus 1 we have to write. Why? Because we are starting from 10. We have to end up at 1 nothing but 0, and we have to decrease the step by minus 1. Then you will get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2. Okay. So in the decrement operation, it will print up to greatest number n plus 1. Okay. For positive numbers, it will be printed only n minus 1. Up to n minus 1, it will be printed. For negative numbers, it will be printed up to n plus 1 only, depending upon this number. Okay. Let me run this program again. I'm mentioning minus 2. I'm writing some 440, 60. Okay. If I press enter, I got some numbers which are in decremented order, decrement in order. 50, 60, 58, 56, 54, 50, 30. Okay, all these characters are decrementing in nature now. All these are decrementing. Okay, so have you understood the concept of range? Is there any problem? Okay, then what we'll do is we can take this concept in for loop also. We can write loop ended concept also, but we can mention, okay, we can mention that these numbers are ended. Control C and control V, I comma double quotation end of line. Okay, like this also we can write. If you are writing large numbers, you don't know whether it is executing or not. So then why we got mistake here? Why we got mistake here? Why? Because I wrote only one statement. For each number, it will shows end of line. Okay. For each line, it will shows end of the line. But I need to write it end of the line only. So what I have to do? I have to write else print end of line. Okay, end of the line. Okay, see the difference here. So in this print statement, what I mentioned, I'm printing the I variable, and I'm also printing the end of the line variable string. So that's why I got each and every time I got end of the line. But it's not my concept. After completing the numbers, I need a notation that it is ended. So what I have to do? I have to use else concept. Else print end of line. I have to write else print end of the line. I have to print. Okay. So like this, we can use the concept of range. Okay, and we can use the concept of break and continue concepts also for break. So what is meant by break? I will tell you. For I in range of 0, 11. So what I will do, if I will take, so if the I variable is 6, okay, what I have to do? Break. Okay, I have to break. Okay, so what is mean by break is nothing but while printing the numbers from 0 to 11, if I got 6, then the total execution will be stopped, and final statement will be 6. Okay, let me run this. We have to print the numbers now. So we have to write print here. Control C, Control V, break, and what I have to do? Print I. So let me run this program. Only 5 characters are printed. Only 5 characters are printed. If I equals to 6, I equals to 6 is nothing but the count. If the count value is 6, so how the count value will be? This is the first number, this is the second number, this is the third number. Up to fifth number is actually sixth number in the in this concept. If the sixth number is came, it will be bricked. It will be bricked. But if I want to skip the number that is 6, then what I have to do? I have to use the function called continue. Okay, so if I write like that, what happens? Fifth number is actually a sixth number while counting. That fifth digit will not be printed. Okay, okay. Sorry, the sixth number is skipped here. Sixth number is skipped, and next digit is printed. Okay, sixth number is skipped, and seventh number is printed. Okay, do one thing. Spot the difference. Why it is taking while in the break function, you take it as assignment. While we are using break function, it is came to 6 digits now. 0, 1, 2, 4. Total 6 characters printed. Last digit is 5. But while we are using the continue function, okay, same condition. What happened? Sixth number is skipped, not fifth number. Sixth number is skipped. Sixth is also nothing but no, okay. Sixth number is skipped here. Okay. In this break concept, sixth digit, the number which is counted from initial point 0, 1, 2. This is first digit, second digit, third digit, and fourth digit, fifth digit. Only 6 digits are came. But in continue function, what happened? Up to 6 numbers skip typed, and seventh number, eighth number, and ninth number, and 10th number we got. So why it is like so? Just try this one and let me know on tomorrow's session as your assignment. Try to Google the thing or discuss with any of your